Do you have a dirty little secret? Welcome to the club.
And you're all invited.
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We're handing out memberships, free of charge.
Step up to the VIP line and let Dayna and Brimstone take you on a weekly ride of secrets and debauchery.
Now buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get heated on the Dirty Little Secrets Club. Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome to another edition of the Dirty Little Secrets Club. We are your hosts.
I'm Dayna Pereira.
And I'm Brimstone, and it's going to be another amazing Dirty Little Secrets episode. Why, Dayna?
Why? Because I don't know why.
Because you started off the day all wonky.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I got no sleep yesterday. My brain, I'm going to pull a Brimstone today where I'm just going to
pass out on the
knock forward. Pass out on everybody. I actually had to text Brimstone this morning and be like, yo, can we push this a half hour? I need a nap.
Would have given you longer. You realize that. I was just like,
oh, I just needed a little one.
Yeah, just a little one. Just a little one. Just actual half-hour bump. A little bump.
Yeah, a little cocaine nap. I just needed a little bump of a nap time.
People are going to really believe that. She didn't want cocaine, ladies and gentlemen.
She
didn't.
No, I enjoy my nasal cavity. I'm not trying to rot that thing out.
There you go. What? Don't people like stick it in their gums or something? Have you seen that?
I have. I've done that.
Okay. I don't even understand what that's all about, but okay.
It like makes your mouth numb. It just numbs it up a little bit.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I should probably tell people I have not done cocaine in 20 years, but yes, I have done cocaine before a very long time ago.
Hell of a drug.
Yeah.
I've never, ever done cocaine. I've never smoked weed. I smoked one drag of a cigarette once and almost died. I was a kid at that point. And what do you call it? Yeah, I've never done any of that stuff. I am very, it's not sheltered, but I guess I'm a good boy.
You're a much better boy than I am. I started smoking.
Well, you're a girl.
12.
That's first of all. You're a girl. So yeah, you are I am a much better boy than you are. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you started smoking at 12, like adults.
I started smoking. No, I started smoking when I was 12 years old, and I quit smoking when I was 21. So I had like a 9-year run of being a hardcore smoker, like smoked every day, packs a day. Yeah, and I started at 12, which is, I mean, I look at my kids now, I'm like, holy shit, I could not imagine. Even my teenagers.
Yeah.
Like outside smoking cigarettes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's such a disgusting, nasty habit.
Yeah.
It's just gross. There's nothing. Listen, people, I don't care. If you smoke, that's all you. That's all you. But at the end of the day, there is no redeeming quality or value from smoking. You don't look cool. You don't smell good. And it's not doing any wonders for your body. So I don't know why anybody would want to sit and spend like $10 a pack to sit and kill themselves quickly. You know what I mean? I don't get it.
Yep. Yeah. And lucky for me, I don't have an overly addictive personality because I got sick. I got a cold whenever I was like, I was 21, I think. And typically I would wake up in the morning, I'd roll over, I'd light a cigarette. But this day I wasn't feeling good. I was like, I don't want one. And I just kind of slid the pack away. And then that was it. I was done. I was like, I'm just not going to smoke anymore.
That's good. Yeah. I wake up in the morning and I raise my weary head. I got a long coat for a pillow, and the earth was last night's bed. I don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been. I'm a devil on the run, a 6-gun lover, a candle in the wind. Yeah.
That was
shot
beautiful.
Down in a blaze of glory. Take me down, know the truth. Yeah. Anyway, so I had to go there.
Welcome to karaoke episode of the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We should do a musical episode. On Grindhouse, we were supposed to do a musical episode for 7 years, and we still have not done a musical episode.
It sounds hard.
I don't care. Especially how awesome it would be just to do the entire show singing. How fun would that be?
That, you know what? I mean, I guess you don't have to make up songs. You just sing whatever it is that you were about to say.
That's what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
And like it would be even better if you actually have everything planned out and there's music behind it. That would be cool too. But cool. Like at the end of the day, it would be fun. I don't remember what the name of it is, but did you see the new movie? Was it on Amazon or Apple? It's with
Spirited.
yeah, with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds.
So
It was
good.
so good.
I loved it. I loved
I
it so much.
I did pass out towards the middle end of it, but like just because I was tired. But yeah, man, really, really good. And then I caught the end of it, and it was really, really good ending.
Yeah.
But yeah, like come on, musical doesn't have the whole thing doesn't have a musical, but certain areas totally musical. Like, oh my God, Dayna, my coworker told me he named his hamster after me, and I'm creeped out. I'm so creeped out. I'm not sure how. I'm trying to read one of these things. I'm trying to, you know what I mean, go with it. But maybe I should just read it regular, or is actually it's your turn to read. So, so you're the one who's got to read it anyway. But
Oh my
you
God,
know,
Brimstone. My
what is it,
coworker told
Dayna?
me he named. Okay. All
I
right.
think
Are we?
we'd be laughing the whole damn time, and it would be
Yes.
like all you got to do is just sing once, like ejaculated, and you're like, oh my God, what the hell just happened? Oh my God, I want to have an orgasm. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh my God.
seriously,
Musical porno.
listen, I'm sure it's been done. I'm not going to look it up because I don't want that in my search history, but I can almost guarantee it's probably been done.
I'll
And
get Joe's phone. I'll look it up on his.
that's messed up. And then you'd be like, excuse me, what the hell is this all about? What the hell is this? I wanted a little entertainment.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Or just it's making some woman hit the high notes.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Or man, whichever way you
Or
say.
men,
Either's
men
fine. Yeah.
could be men too. Could be men
Yeah.
too. What do you call it? It's if you watched Glee, there was one or two characters on there that were males that could absolutely hit those high notes.
Yeah.
So it's a possibility.
I was a fan of that
Um,
show.
so are you starting here, or are you?
I
And are we doing
am.
this opera style, or are we doing
Yeah.
this just reading?
I will save our listeners from my
Okay,
terrible voice.
you have a nice voice, Dayna.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right,
Uh,
go ahead.
our first secret says, my coworker told me he named his hamster after me, and I am creeped out. I'm
Oh,
not sure if I should take it as an insult or if he's going to try and murder me. Both are bad though.
um, okay. That's a little weird. Why would you think that he's going to murder you if he named his hamster after you?
Because that's giving off some creepy stalker vibes. Like,
Is it?
why? Oh my God, yes. Could you imagine, like, somebody that you just happen to be, like, somebody in your building right now, maybe somebody that
Okay.
does a different show or something like that, and they come over to you and they're all wide eyed and they have a hamster. First of all, that's weird. They're a grown person with a hamster.
You're judging. You're being very judgmental
I'm
right
so
now, Dayna.
judgy right now.
Just so judgy. Like, listen, I would be perfectly fine having a hamster. I would like one of my little mini guys, but not a regular full size
Like a
hamster.
gerbil.
No, no, no. I'm not freaking gay. I don't like little things clawing up my anus. I'm talking about the little Russian dwarf hamster, the Chinese dwarf hamsters. Those are my favorite.
Oh,
They
I
look like
didn't
little
even.
teddy bears. The Russian dwarf hamsters look like little teddy bears, and the Chinese dwarf hamsters look like these little cute little things. They're adorable and they're long and they're loving.
Aw,
And I used to have some, and they would sit in my pocket
that's so
and they would hang
cute.
out. Yeah, and then he would pop his little head out and I'd go, little baby, and it was and then go back in.
Did he make that noise?
Well, I don't know about that, but that could have been a little bit of me. I'm just,
Mm. Well, imagine that somebody named their animal after you and was like, "Hey, named my animal after you."
that's hot, baby. That's hot.
You think that's
What's
hot?
what kind of animal is it? If it was a woman, it was like, I named my animal after you. I
Oh.
might be like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, cool. Tell me more. I want to know what kind of animal is it? It's an alligator. Oh, an alligator.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. All right,
And
that's
then
good.
she's like, "I skinned him and I'm wearing him as boots."
Then I'd be a little freaked out. Then I'd be like, all right, she might be murdering me. I mean, where it was like I named him after you, and it's a big, giant Rottweiler, and he's got big old nuts, and
Oh.
like And I'm like,
Well, then that would
okay,
make sense because we know you got those big old nuts.
I do, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I could be all right, a good, handsome but rugged dog, you know what I mean, with big old
Mm-hmm.
nuts going, you know what I mean, like it makes sense, you know
Okay.
what I mean, like,
So now we're on the subject. I'd like to know what if
about
you
my
were
nuts.
no, you
I was
were a
gonna say,
dog.
Dana, we're close, but I don't know about that.
What kind of a dog are you? If you had to brand yourself as a dog, what kind of a dog are you?
Oh, see, that's the thing. I don't know. I could possibly be like, what the hell is what's the name of that? The ones I can't remember what the name of them are. It's the I don't know. Which one would you be in, and I'll tell you what mine is.
Feel like I would be a yellow lab.
A yellow
just
lab.
just all goofy and just wants to be like pet and play and chase a ball and then nap.
Okay. Okay. What the hell is I'm trying to remember the name of the dog. I would probably be like a, you know, Tibetan Mastiff or a what do
Okay.
you call it? Or a forgot what the hell it was. It's another huge dog, like ginormous, like a Burmese mountain dog. Is that
Uh-huh.
Burmese mountain dog? Are they the huge ones?
They are big ones. Yes, a Bernese mountain dog. Uh-huh. In
So
fact,
I'm gonna
I have a mix of that. My dog is half poodle, half Bernese mountain dog.
yeah. If you're talking, it's a large breed, but it's got to be like it's got to be one of the ones that's like ginormous.
Yeah,
You know
like
what
a
I
Great
mean?
Dane.
Yeah, but it's not as skinny and stupid as a Great Dane. You know what I mean?
Are
Why?
we'll just
Why?
are you going to be a horse? You're like, I'm not a dog, I'm a horse.
No, they got the big dogs. I just don't know what it was. There's like these big dogs, a big dog in China or something. Like even like a Saint Bernard is bigger. You know what I mean? Just
Oh
like
yeah.
a big ass dog where you look like a tiny little thing next to it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It might be in Newfoundland. Is it in
Oh, okay.
Newfoundland? I
Yeah,
think
those
that
ones are
might be it.
big.
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
strikingly large, it says. What do you call it? Yeah, let's see. Male is 27 to 28 inches. I don't know. I don't know. Here,
Yeah.
weight 140 to 180 pounds. You see,
Holy moly.
that's
That's a
even
big
small.
dog.
Yeah, I mean
Are
Jasper's only
you
like
kidding
6 pounds.
me? Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
140 pounds for a dog is humongous. They caught a mountain lion that was like 150 pounds or something. So,
I want to be able to ride on my dog. You know what I'm saying? Like
uh-huh.
if I'm gonna get a big dog, I'm gonna get a big dog that I can ride on. And that being said, I do not. I have a little little wiener dog. But what do you call it? And shut your damn mouth, people. I don't know what you're thinking. I got my own little wiener dog. And and that being said, if I was gonna be a dog, I just think I'd be one of those big, like furry, like
Mhm.
ginormous dogs. Like, you know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? They lick you and you're
Yeah.
like, it looks like you just took a dip in the ocean. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean?
Do they like
Like,
drool everywhere? They
yeah,
just like
yeah.
walk around drooling
Yeah, just
everywhere?
big, dumb, and cute. You know what I
I like
mean?
it. I like
And
it.
and then like if they hump your leg, you're screwed because there's no way you're getting it off you.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? They'll
Yep.
just have you which way they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the big old freaking ginormous nuts. You know what I mean? And I mean, like, I would say if that was the case, like, I would say I'm a lion or a bull more so than a dog, But
Yeah.
if it's a dog, there.
Yeah.
You as a Labrador. I don't see that.
No, what
I
do
don't
you
see you
see?
as a lab. I see you more as like some kind of a schnauzer.
A
You know what I mean? A
schnauzer. Okay.
schnauzer.
Okay.
Like, or like, not even that, like, just like more of like one of those little cute little petite dogs. Hello, my name is Petite. I don't know what
Like a
give me a name.
Pomeranian.
Hello. You know what I mean? Maybe even a Pomeranian that goes, yip, 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 yip. You just can't shut it the fuck up. But it's cute, but it is nasty. It'll get you if you want,
I
but
will
you can't
bite the
shut it up.
shit out of your
That's what I'm
ankles.
talking about. Like, yip, 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 yip. Like, so that would be I see you as something like that, not a chihuahua per se. You know what I
uh,
mean? But like, you know what I'm saying? Like those little
yeah.
dogs, little Napoleon like dogs.
Yeah. I bet my
Little
husband would probably agree with you.
yeah.
He's like,
That's
but
what
that's all she does. She just yip, 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 yip.
right? I'm all about that. I think that would do and it's not a bad thing. Like
Uh-huh.
maybe like a mini palm. Like a mini palm.
Okay.
You know what
Okay.
I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or a what are those called? A Pomsky. I could see it was a Pomsky too.
So as long as I can just like curl up and nap and like have someone stroke my hair. Yeah, yeah,
There
I'm
you
good with
go.
that. I'm good with
This
that.
this little guy right here. What is this? This one right here. This I see a small fluffy dog. I see this is you. Ugh, and it doesn't tell me what kind it is. Son of a bitch.
Which
Um,
reminds me, now that we're talking about dogs, my mother's ex-boyfriend named his dog after my sister.
wow. Did he think she was a real bitch?
Ah!
Ah!
Well, she was very
Ah!
young at the time, and he really liked my sister. I don't know how much he liked my sister, but he really liked her.
Well,
He
that's
did
not so good.
not like me. And he named his dog after my sister, which to me is full on creeper vibes. Maybe that's why I'm so turned off by this hamster thing, because I thought that that was creepy that he named his dog after my sister. So maybe I just have it already embedded in me that this is creepy, that but she thinks it's creepy too, or he. I don't know if that's a boy or a girl.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's too creepy. Again, it depends on. He might not have named it after her. It might have just been the same name. Like, oh, there's plenty of people that name their animals like
He
regular
said to
names.
her, my coworker told me he named his hamster after me. That's creepy. He specifically, or she specifically, they specifically said he told her or him. Damn it, I keep doing that. I don't know if it's a boy or girl, but they told him that they named their hamster after her.
Okay, all right. Well, then there it is.
He
I
might want to
well,
wear you as a skin suit. I'm just saying.
he might want. Yes, he might. I
Hmm.
don't think so, but he might.
He might.
Ay,
Just
ay,
be
ay.
aware. Be aware. Be alert. Don't
Be
walk to your car alone.
prepared. Bum 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 bum. Yes. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
We shall. We shall. Let's see. I 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
What?
Oh, or 32 F. Is that what it is?
32
Oh,
female.
32 female. Oh, okay. See, we've never had something lay it out like that. This is the first time they actually told us what they are.
What they are,
Holy
yeah.
crap. I at 32 I thought it was 32 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm like, all right, so it's like not too hot. All right, what's going on? So I, 32 female, ended up sleeping with my best girlfriend the night before my wedding. Ooh. Ah, we all got drunk at the rehearsal dinner, and it's custom for the bride and groom to not spend the night together. So I stayed at her house. We had the most intense sex, and then the next day I was married. We never did it again, and we don't talk about it, but I fantasize about it all the time. That's hot. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that it's good. I'm not saying anything except the fact that that's hot. Ah,
Man. Like
they got a
that.
little action, right?
They
A
did
little
get
beep,
some.
boop, you know what I mean?
I don't know if they went full fist. I'm not sure
Maybe
that maybe your first time you want to go full fist.
I don't know. I don't know. Listen, you ladies have these tiny little hands and tiny wrists. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
know that, like, a normal female wrist kind of works to be around the right size of my thing. So maybe a little bit bigger than me, right around the same size though. So I'm assuming, you know what I mean? Like, that, hey, maybe they just right in.
It's
It's like I don't know how they do it, but like
we
I
got
don't
the
know.
age and gender details, but we didn't get the sex details, which is okay.
Wait,
Man,
wait, wait.
how
What do you mean it's
awkward.
okay? No, it would be nice if we had them. Come on
Yeah.
now. I would be fine reading all those. That's what happens. Okay, yeah. And I gently shoved my hands in between her thighs, and
Yeah.
they were delicious. It was delicious and wet.
Yes,
So
any
sweet.
erotica writers out there, give us the deets.
I think that's what I'm going to start doing from now on. I'm going to start writing. I'm going to take all our stories and I'm going to write
Mhm.
them into erotica.
Ah,
We
I
still
like it.
haven't worked on our book, which we need to work on. But
We
what do
have
you call
not.
it? Like I'm going to turn it all into erotica. I was 32, a female. And then
32 degrees Fahrenheit.
and it was 32 degrees Fahrenheit in the room when my friend and I just got at it, right before getting married to my hubsy wubsy. Wow.
Yeah. How awkward was it the next day, I wonder? Like that.
Well,
Eee.
is she the best woman? I mean,
I would
what is it, maid of honor?
assume
Wow.
if it's our best friend, I would assume that she was the maid of honor. Like how do you like wake up and just get ready and get married without being like, "Oh shit, we did a thing yesterday."
We got it. I don't know. I don't listen. I mean, I guess people are like that. People can do that. They can just move.
Compartmentalize.
Yeah, they could
Yeah.
just be like, all right, yeah, nothing happened, and they just move along.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily like that, but I guess I can see people being like that. Maybe it's happened prior. Maybe there were hints of it happening prior. I just don't know how you get to that point. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, were you like playing, truth or dare, and like decided sitting and you started making out? I want to know a little bit more.
Yeah.
Half for just shits and giggles, and half for the show.
Yeah.
Um, Mainly for shits and giggles, but no, seriously, I want to know how you got to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How
I
did you
wonder if
get
they
to that?
even remember though. They said they were drunk. Like sometimes shit just happens, I guess, whenever you're that drunk, I suppose.
No, shit doesn't just happen. Shit happens because you let it happen. That's what there's no, oh, I'm drunk. Oh, oopsie. I just let a fucking other woman stick her hand in my vagina. Oh, it just slipped and fell.
Yeah. Well,
Come on,
by accident, I had sex.
by accident, my girlfriend tripped and landed inside my vagina with her hand. And since she had it there, I figured why not let her use her tongue to kind of wet it up and help get it out. You know what I mean? And then when it was out, it felt like I was missing something. So she put it back in because she figured she might have lost the ring. And then she took it back out, and we got lots of
See,
things
this
going
is what
on.
happens when people don't give us details. We end up with lost rings inside of vagina.
Dramatizations.
Yeah.
Dramatizations, my friends. No, but seriously, I just don't know how that works. Especially, listen, and if you're okay to go and do all that the night before you're getting married, there's something that tells me something a little different. That tells me, well, maybe you weren't necessarily ready to go get married.
Yeah. Maybe she freaked out a little bit. Maybe she got like a bout of cold feet in her
Maybe.
drunken state and then woke up the next day and was like, whoopsie daisy.
Okay. Sure. That's fine.
Sure. We can only speculate at this point.
Can only spunculate. I mean, speculate about. Yeah, and that's that. Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah. You're next, my dear.
I'm up. Uh, I just found out that my girlfriend can understand my native language. And then in parentheses, it says Spanish. And she never told me in the 2 years we've been together. She drunkenly told me one night and thought it was hilarious because she always understood the conversations I was having. I mentioned it to my parents, and they think I should break up with her because she's a sneaky liar. Her excuse is that she could understand it, but she can't speak it well. So she didn't say anything because she was embarrassed and thought we would try and make her speak it.
Mm,
What do you think about that, Brim?
mm. All
Is
right.
she a
Well, look.
sneaky liar or
No,
no?
no. Look, I understand more Spanish than what I speak per se.
Uh-huh.
And just like I understand more Chinese and more Japanese than what I speak. Same thing goes for a couple of other languages. Like I know little bits and pieces of a bunch of different languages, and sometimes that comes in handy, here and there. But when people are going a mile a minute, you don't always catch everything. So
Right.
it's fair to be like, no, I really don't speak much of the language. I understand a little bit, but I just can't speak it. So it's not hiding. I mean, it's not hiding. It's not being sneaky. If
Yeah.
she spoke fluent Spanish, you know what I mean? I was a Spanish teacher. You know what I'm saying? Or like that's her, first language also. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And didn't say anything about it. And you've been dating for a while. That might be a little bit weird. But still not necessarily anything bad. Maybe it just didn't come up. Maybe she never hasn't used it in a long time.
Yeah.
And what's the reason to bring it up except for people are sitting and speaking it left, right, and sideways. I mean, is she? I don't know. I think that's fair on her end to not have said anything.
Okay. Have you ever been in a house where they are like they speak English, but
Yes,
whenever you're around and they'll like
yes.
speak a different language? So my
My
husband's
brother's
family.
wife, my brother's wife,
Okay.
and her family. Yeah,
Yeah. My husband's family speaks Portuguese. And so like the grandma mostly speaks Portuguese, a little English here and there, but very broken and very minimal
which
English,
is why they're speaking Portuguese in
which
front of
is
her.
why they speak Portuguese. But
Right.
then I don't understand a word they're saying. And I'm like, I'm just going to sit here and kind of look around. It can get uncomfortable. I wish I knew a little
Mhm.
bit of what they were saying because I'm like, they talking
Fair enough. No, that's fair enough. It's kind of like if you're at a nail salon and
about me?
the women are
Mm-hmm.
sitting and yapping and going back and forth with each other, and you're like, are they ripping on me right about now? Like,
Yeah.
you don't know. So
Yeah.
I get it. But like I do think it's quasi like it's right in the middle. It's like, okay, you're not being rude speaking your native tongue to other people and your family,
Right.
especially when other people there, that's all they do speak.
Right.
But they should make a conscious effort to make sure you're comfortable as well and to say, hey, just so you're aware, this is what we're talking about. I mean, and most of the time people don't take the time out to explain. Does Joe speak, Portuguese fluently?
Him and his brothers are the only ones in his family that do not speak Portuguese. I'm sure they
So
understand a little bit of it, but they don't speak it.
so they have no
Um,
idea what's going on either.
no, but his family is very good at being like, "Oh, by the way, this is what we're like." They will sidebar for me and be like, "Oh, we're just telling
Right.
grandma that, blah 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 blah, whatever it is."
Right.
So they are really good about doing that. But if I understood it and just couldn't speak it, I feel like that would be something that if I was at their house and be like, yeah, I can kind of pick up bits and pieces here, but I can't speak it. So just FYI, I feel like that's something that I would just probably say unless I was trying to see if they were talking about me. Then I
Mhm.
wouldn't say anything and I'd
Right.
let them chit chat and see what they thought about me.
Right. I
I'm
mean,
getting
and
those
if that was the
vibes.
case, that what do you call it, and you did that and you didn't say anything, it would be sneaky per se, but it would also be sneaky of them to be talking about you behind your back
Fair
while they're
point.
speaking different, language.
Yep.
So it's
Yeah.
sneakier for them to be talking smack about you right in front of your face than it is for you to let them not to omit that you can understand what they're saying.
I agree. That's a very valid point, and I feel like if we were a football game right now, that those 2 fouls would cancel each other out, right? Like,
Yeah.
we just
Yeah.
go back to the down. The 2 fouls cancel each other out.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, that's where I stand with that. So yeah, that's where I
Alright.
stand with it. What do you call it? Are we going to the next one?
Yeah, last one.
Last one. Is it me?
Yes.
Yes. 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
32 degrees Fahrenheit, which is very
Okay,
cold, by the way.
so this writer says, I can only have an orgasm through anal. Vaginal sex is fine, but it's really hard for me to orgasm that way. Luckily, my man likes that way too. Most girls roll their eyes when a man wants the ass, but I'm the opposite. I roll mine when he wants the kitty. Wow. Brrr. Wow. Oh
Purr,
my
that was
goodness.
a good purr.
You know a girl. You know what I mean? It's you got to be able to rolling right. So they, what do you call it? If they have like, all right, so she only orgasms through anal and not vaginal sex. I mean,
Interesting.
that's interesting. Where is? I mean, I guess she's hitting the G spot from the other
Mhm.
side. Is
Yeah.
that what that would be? I would assume.
Uh-huh. That's what I
However, she's
was
built.
thinking.
You know
Mhm.
what I mean? I don't know how that works, but I guess that's interesting. I mean, you know, people can have orgasms from anything. You can have it from just touching skin, the right way. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like it. So, wow. I just find that crazy. Or maybe he's just not hitting the right angles during vaginal sex. Like what are you guys doing? Like I
Well,
kind of want to know more. You know what
I
I mean?
feel like this is like she knows this about her body thing, because if she's only having an orgasm anally, that's
Yeah.
not something that's just happening with him. That's got to be something that's happening with any partner that she's probably been with.
Right. You just don't go ass to mouth, okay? No A to M, no ATM, no ass to
No
mouth,
ATM. No
no
ATM.
ATM, no ATM. What do you call? Okay. Listen, I'm not. What can I say to that day? I can't even say anything to that. I mean, that's hot. I mean,
What
like
a conversation starter that, like, whenever you're starting to get hot and heavy with a new partner, and then you have to be like, P.S. I just want you to go in through the booty. Like, like, what if if you were in that situation, we'll say pre-marriage, if you were in a situation where you were about to get busy with someone and she like turned and looked at you and was like, by the way, I can't orgasm vaginally. You're going to have to go through the back door.
I would take it as a challenge and I would go down in every which way possible. And what do you call it? And then finally, at the very end, I would go through the back door just to make sure that I took care of business. But
Okay.
I would take it as a challenge.
Okay.
I would take it as why not? Why not? Why would I not take that as a challenge? What? Well, that's because nobody's been doing it right, sweetheart. Let me see what I can do.
But see, we always go down this road together. You're always like, that's because nobody's doing it right. Instead of that's her body.
It could, but Dana, here's the thing: it could be her body, or it could be that nobody's doing it right. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's
But
it could go either way. It could go either way. Hands. It doesn't mean that I'd be able to get it to happen or make it happen. I'm just saying that I
so
would
if you
take it as a.
couldn't make it happen, would you be like, damn it, I thought I was going to make it happen and then I didn't? Because now you're beating up her
There's no shame
vag
in it.
and she might, I mean, that hurts after a while.
No, there's no shame in it. What do you call it? And again, who's to say beating it up? You know what I mean? It's to say there's a tongue, there are fingers, there's methods. You know what I'm saying? There's things that you can
Yeah.
do. So again, it depends on what's going on, and it also depends on the overall mood, the overall
Yeah.
arc. Because if you're not heated up first, you know what I'm saying? Look, there are people that I'm sure they don't get heated up at all, and then they're expected, all right, just go at it, and they're not going to come, they're not going to have an orgasm because they're not mentally there yet,
Yeah.
and it usually will take women at least a half an hour longer to get heated up than a man. You know what I mean? Like a man, they're like, oh, I'm ready to
A
go.
half an hour? Oh
You
my
know what I'm
God, that
saying?
feels like a long time.
No, but you know what I mean. I'm just saying upwards
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, where, when you're getting ready to do stuff, like it takes a little bit of time to sit and get into the mood per se, especially since, women have all those drawers open in their head. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, you have to ease into it a little bit, touching, a little bit of rubbing, whatever. But if a guy's ready to go, like, all right, I'm ready to go, let's do it. You know what I mean? And they just go at it. Well, guess what? Nothing's going to happen. You know what I mean? And maybe you get lucky. Maybe you can squeeze one out, but obviously the time's not being taken. Now, that she didn't state that no matter what, that's the only thing. She thinks she can only have an orgasm through anal because that's the only way that she's had it. That doesn't necessarily mean that anybody tried to get her to do it else, otherwise. I would take it as a challenge. I'd be like, all right, let's get this. Let's do this. Let's bring a toy to the game. Let's see what we could do to make something work. You know what I mean?
So,
Let's see what we can
okay.
get to pop.
I'm gonna show you my
Am I
other
wrong?
side of the coin. Well, for me, if I told somebody, "Hey, I can only have an orgasm this way," and they said, "Well, I take that as a challenge," I would get mad. I would be like, "Yo, I fucking told you how I want it, and now you're going to like put me through this other thing because you have a point to prove. Can you just?" That's how I would feel.
Hold on now. Hold on one second. I never said that I wouldn't service the way it was meant to be serviced. You know
Well,
what I'm
no, I
saying?
know.
So, like, I taking it as a challenge means that I would still try along the line to make something heat up and work. You know what I mean? That doesn't necessarily mean right at the beginning. Doesn't mean at the end. Who knows? It would just see how things went. But you're
I'm just
talking about
bossy in bed.
and that's fine. It's like, okay, well, you want to be taken in the ass to be taken in the okay, let's do it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I mean, that's one thing. After you've gone a couple of times, then if the male is still ready to keep going, You know what I mean? Who's to say he doesn't just flip you over and then start, going down, and going downtown and trying to hit spots and pulls out a toy and you know what I mean? You're already had a couple of orgasms. So now you're into it, you're feeling it. You know what I mean? Other places might be more sensitive at this point. So,
I
again,
think it's a personality difference because
yeah.
I would be like, why are you trying to do this when I already told you? Like I would probably be annoyed. Like if I had to tell my husband that and he kept trying every other way, I'd be like, I'm annoyed now. Please stop.
But that's not true, Danny, because you didn't. This person, and nor did you, and this person, nor you said that didn't feel good. That doesn't mean that it doesn't feel good. It just means you can't necessarily reach orgasm that way. You
Mm-hmm.
didn't say no, you don't want it that way. Am I
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, you are
and now
correct
if
in
you
that.
if you only if you said specifically, okay, this is the only way I want it because that's the only way that I can come. Don't touch me anything in any other way. Then it's like, okay, well, do I want to be, humping, an ass my entire life?
Yeah.
Then
That's a
you know
choice
what
you
I'm
gotta
saying?
make.
That's a choice you got to make. Which I mean, it's not a bad choice, but what do you call it? At the end of the day, it is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm assuming that's not the only way that she's, giving it up. I'm assuming that that's the only way she feels that she can have an orgasm.
Orgasm. Yeah.
And again, that's fine. You know
Right.
what I mean? But if you never know what's going to happen, because again, sometimes, and it's not every time, but sometimes two people they might love each other and they might be interested in each other. They might be together for years, but they don't necessarily match up sexually.
Yep,
You know what I mean?
totally. Totally.
So she could be with somebody for 10 years and they've tried everything else and nothing works except for anal, and then be with somebody different. And then the first time they stick their dick in, they go, holy shit. You know what I mean? And like bells and fucking whistles and fireworks go off. So again, I don't care. You know what I mean? I wouldn't care if somebody's like, okay, we'll do this. I'd be like, okay, I'll make you happy and sure, let's. But I'm saying like you don't know because again, they could have always been doing it the wrong way or not a way that worked for her or
Mm-hmm.
you're not a way that worked for him. Who knows? You know what I mean? It could go either way. But in that situation, I'd like to say more that it just wasn't working for her. So again, there's certain angles and shit that you can hit. There's certain positions you can get into if you can get into those pretzely positions. You know what I mean? If you can listen, I might be a big guy, but I can move around. You
Oh,
know what
you
I'm
know
saying?
what? Maybe they just need to put on a musical porno.
I think that would work. I think that would work. That would set the tone for absolutely nothing except for laughing,
Yeah.
hysterical laughing. Like, oh, please take me in the ass now. Oh, yeah, I can't do it. But yeah, no, that listen, that's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that just because they said this is the only way they feel they can have it, it's if they've never had vaginal sex with this person, how do they know?
I
Right?
will let you have your point. I still stand by mine.
Well, like okay, but and if you were only able to have sex, what do you call it via? Okay, here, put it this way: you obviously, and I'm assuming, can have orgasm via vaginal sex. Okay,
Yes.
I'd be
Yes.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
But does that mean that you're not going to give your husband head? Does that mean that you're not going to give him the booty every once in a while? Does it mean that you can't enjoy him putting his thing between your chest? You know what I mean? There's so many different things, or in the crack you're at. There's so many different things, and that
Uh-huh.
like so just because that's the only way that works, or that you feel it works, nothing else is going to happen. You're not going to let anything else
I'm
happen.
not saying like nothing else is going to happen. I'm saying that like if we were at the point where it was time for me to have an orgasm and
Then you get the job done.
yes, exactly. I would
That's
be
it.
upset if you were trying every other thing except for the one thing that I told you was going to
Oh
work.
no.
Yeah,
Oh no.
that's my point.
I would take it as an invitation, and then I would again, I would use
You could still
that
do
as an
all the
opportunity.
other
That's
things.
what I'm
All the other things
saying.
are still great. I'm just saying that when it was time to, do the damn thing, I would be upset if
Do
you
the
were
damn
like,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
that's the point.
you do the damn listen, you do the damn thing. That
Mhm.
of course you're gonna go for listen, I'm not necessarily for the easiest way out, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like that's what's gonna work. Then you go with what because the woman if you do it right, you want to, and you want to hopefully do it right all the time, is that the woman goes first a couple of times, at least first. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Because, a guy is, good for however long, and then you got to wait again. You know what I mean? Of course, you got your limbs and your tongue and everything, but at the end of the day, you got to do what's right. You got to make sure that the woman gets off first.
Yeah.
So, that being said, yes, of course, you are right in that situation.
See, we both
But
have good points here. We both have good points.
yeah, and I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But again, but then after that, it's like, okay, well, he enjoys X, Y, and Z, so you're still doing that. Doesn't mean then at that point you might have a different sensation. Go, oh, you know what I mean? Like, and then you might go, well, maybe I was wrong. You never know. You never know. You know what I'm
Never know.
saying? Slap down a toy while you're
Weirder
sitting
things have
and playing.
happened.
You kidding me? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. There's ways to do it. There's ways to do it. It's just being patient and figuring out each other's bodies. But that's what it is when you're having, like, whatever, jump in the hat and the sack, sex with somebody you don't give a shit about, or in a relationship. You know what I mean? In a relationship, you care about what the other person wants and needs.
Totally.
So, but anyway, that's about all the time we have. We're not going to be talking about booty holes anymore for the day. But listen, I think I gave a good argument there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I
I think I
see
gave a good
your
argument.
side of things.
Yes, it is not the booty side per se, but it is the side.
Turn the other cheek.
Literally. I'm dying here. I'm dying. I'm turning bright red. Anyway, guys, that's about all the time we have for the Dirty Little Secrets Club. We appreciate, we love you. We thank you for tuning in every single week. What do you call it? What's the only little rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club?
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
There we go. Guys, please make sure rate, review, subscribe. Hit us up on all the social medias. We love you. We appreciate you. We'll see you again next week.
You think we want something from you, you got another thing coming.